To make our stuffed cheesy bread, the first thing we're going to need to do is chop up all our veggies. Some onions, red peppers, and fresh parsley. So with this heated up olive oil, we're going to saute our veggies. First, the onions. Get those all settled in, and then we're going to add in the chopped up red peppers as well and saute them together. After a couple of minutes, it starts to sizzle, and that's when you know it's done. We also need to grate our cheese. This is our Avalon cheese. It's a goat Gouda. Okay, so now comes the fun part. We get to put it all together. So I have my big bowl of delicious cheese right here, and I'm going to add in a little bit of a handful of this parsley. Now I have more chopped up. I'm not sure if I need it all, so I'm going to start with a little and then add as I would like. And then before I get too far, be sure to add in all of these delicious peppers and onions that I sauteed together. I let them cool off a little bit after I pulled them off of the stove because I don't want them to be too hot and melt the cheese before we get it inside the baguette. So we have some French baguette here. You can pick up little mini loaves at your grocery store. It's a great way to get the same flavor and texture of a baguette, but you get more cheese for your money when you use a little one, and it's a lot easier to hollow out and stuff. So I'm going to start with chopping off the end here. I want to make sure there's enough room that I can still definitely grab it because we'll be wrapping it back up with foil to keep everything in at the end, and you don't want any of that cheese getting out. But now is the time when we're going to fill up our bread that we hollowed out with the filling we mixed up. The cheese is just so good, and it's a little bit melty because of the warm peppers and onions, so I can only imagine how great it's going to be when we get it out of the oven. So I'm going to take some spoonfuls and just start throwing them in the bread here. Being sure to get it all the way to the bottom so we can fit as much as possible. I'm going to add the end, put it in this tin foil here, and get it wrapped up for the oven. We're going to put it in at 375 for about 15 minutes, and when it comes out, it'll be crusty, melty, and perfectly delicious. Open it up right now. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Fresh out of the oven. It's a little bit sticky on the tin foil, but that's only from all the ooey gooey cheese inside of it. Okay, ready? Yum! It's just steaming with this wonderful, fresh, rich smell, and I can't wait to slice into it and start eating. Especially on a chilly night, it's just so gooey and warm. The fresh vegetables really complement the salty cheeses nicely for just a wonderful pairing of flavors. I could definitely eat this whole loaf.